Remember, self-confidence supports self-discipline. Here we go again. Day 3, fear of risks. If you started this program from the day 1, day before yesterday, you will think now. We said self-discipline in 10 days. Before the last video we thought about can we get their self-discipline in 7 days. Let's try. Wow. Only 7 exercises as we promised in the first video. We will improve you in 10 days. As sure as eggs is eggs. It is important you take note of your reactions as you complete each of the exercises throughout this self-discipline program. Your reactions will give you valuable insight into how much your current behavior is affected by the past experiences. Better to be safe than sorry, says a proverb that dug its way deep into our innermost being during childhood. For many of us, security and safety have become all. In areas where we have self-discipline difficulties, we've gone beyond simply following the old saying that advises us to look before you leap. In certain areas of endeavor, many of us unfortunately shy away from either looking or leaping. The unknown has come to be something we equate with danger. Like all the rest of our fears, fear of risks operates undercover. Our only clue to its subtle manipulation lies in its result on our lives. Repetition that leads to stagnation. Many of us feel comfortable only in the presence of sameness, things to which we've grown accustomed. Same foods, same style clothes, same friends, same recreation. Same. Life becomes a rut when we subconsciously come to view risks as dangerous threats to our security rather than as opportunities for growth. The only difference between a rut and a grave are the dimensions. But how, you might ask, does fear of risks interfere with the development of self-discipline? I've found that persons who fear risks are persons who doubt their ability to function successfully in unfamiliar situations. The concept to focus on here is self-doubt. When self-doubt intrudes, your self-discipline effort never receives the very important "I can do it" message that supports its growth. So while at first glance the connection between self-confidence and self-discipline might appear to be a loose one, it actually is a most important one. For as we learned previously, self-discipline isn't an entity unto itself. It is a collective composed of many diverse psychological forces which add up to a larger force, much the way that a tornado is a collective of little breezes that create an irrepressible wind by working together. Moreover, our self-discipline muscle gains strength only through frequent exercise that leans heavily on self-confidence. So, if we live our lives in a rut, our sense of self-confidence falls into a state of atrophy, wasting away because of insufficient use. We seldom become aware of its loss until a situation arises in which we need it. We then discover that our self-confidence is useless to serve us. Think of self-confidence as you would a suit of clothes that you stored away years ago. You haul it out expecting to slip into it and cut the same dashing figure you did in bygone years, but you find that what hangs on the coat hanger is a moth-eaten, shapeless ghost of its former self. Likewise, when you stop taking risks, your self-confidence muscle won't be usable when you reach for it. Therefore you don't have the use of one of the most important elements of self-discipline, self-confidence. Furthermore, if a person continually refrains from taking risks, for even a short period of time, a subconscious fear of taking risks sets in. To address this fear is to awaken your sense of self-confidence, which in turn will give your self-discipline a psychological boost. Remember, self-confidence supports self-discipline. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. That's the ticket. Begin to think of risks as opportunities, not dangers. When you are faced with a risk that you wish to take, but feel immobilized by fear and anxiety, practice self-talk. Ask yourself, what is the worst thing that can happen? Chances are, if you pursue this question, you'll find that your catastrophic expectations are probably exaggerated. Of course, this isn't an invitation to transform yourself into a foolhardy daredevil, but simply a method to get your self-confidence muscle into shape. It needs repeating. Self-confidence and self-discipline feed off each other. No self-confidence, no self-discipline. You won't start that diet because you don't think you'll stick to it. You won't start that business because you don't think you can make a go of it. Indeed, a large part of self-discipline requires that you genuinely believe in yourself. Remember, self-discipline can be hindered by fear of risks, but this fear can be overcome by a change of attitude, which is entirely under your control. Exercise 3. Exploring fear of risks today lesson. The following exercise is designed to help you discover your hidden concerns and emotions regarding fear of risks. On a sheet of paper, we are going to explore 3 past experiences in which you took a risk and ended up sorry. The only rule here requires that in these situations or events you ended up saying, "I wish I hadn't done that." Take your 3 experiences from your earliest memories. Explore your childhood. Be specific. Name names. This will give you an awareness about how, when, and where your attitudes and beliefs about taking risks originated. Again, it is important that you take note of your reactions as you complete each of the exercises throughout this self-discipline program. Your reactions will give you valuable insight into how much your current behavior is affected by the past experiences. Thank you. Stay tuned. See you tomorrow. Your host, Sandra and Fernando. Like us, subscribe us, share with your friends.